Alright, fellow Slayers, it's time for the penultimate review of the day, which is, once again, it's Goodbye, Iowa. Okay. Buffy fills the gang on everything that's gone on since she started to work with the Initiative, and they question whether Riley was involved in the trap Professor Walsh set for Buffy. Buffy arms the group with weapons and make plans to hide out in Xander's basement. Riley shows up at Joss's place asking Buffy for information, and becomes upset when he recognizes Spike as Hostile 17. Riley does not accept what the rest of them are saying about Professor Walsh and the Initiative. Leaving Professor Walsh's lifeless body, Adam escapes the Initiative through a vent. He approaches a young boy playing alone and questions him about his nature. Dr. Engelman slips in a pool of blood as he enters room 314 and finds Professor Walsh stabbed to death. When Riley first sees Walsh's body, Forrest accuses Buffy of staking Maggie. Giles is grumpy when he wakes up in Xander's basement next morning. The girls are watching cartoons when a news story comes on about a young boy who has been killed and mutilated. Believing it to be the recently captured Polgara demon, Buffy goes after it. Riley, against Dr. Engelman's orders, also instructs the commandos to search for the Polgara. He and Buffy both end up at the park where the boy was killed. While Buffy tries to apologize to Riley informs her the Walsh is dead and asks if Buffy's happy about that. Willow goes to Tara's dorm room, planning to find the Polgara by calling on Thespia and a spell that shows nearby demonic activity. However, Tara secretly sabotages the spell and it fails to work. Buffy searches for information of Willie's, but Riley shows up, very angry. He's shaking and sweating, scratching his hand so badly that it bleeds, as he questions Buffy's intentions and pulls a gun on an innocent woman. Buffy consoles Riley as she sees that he is sick and is only getting sicker, leaving him with Xander's to rest. When Riley wakes up, Will tries to stop him from going after Buffy, but he pushes her to the ground and runs. Meanwhile, at Willie's place, Spike is badly beaten by demons for associating with the Slayer and hunting their kind. They tell him if he is seen around again, they will kill him. Disguised as a scientist, Buffy gets herself and Xander, dressed in fatigues, into the Initiative. They heard Dr. Engelman talking to another scientist about the commandos having withdrawals for the drugs they would secretly putting in their meals. Buffy grabs Dr. Engelman, demanding information about 314. Riley tries to help Buffy, but is still unwilling to accept Professor Walsh's sinister motives. Adam drops a dead body to the floor, revealing his presence. Adam is searching for answers about the world, and he has returned to the Initiative so he can get answers about himself and who he is. He has a disk drive in his chest, and when he inserts a disk labeled Adam, he offers information that reveals he is part human, demon, and machine. He explains that even though Riley had a real mother, Maggie was also his mother as she shaped and built him into a human machine for the Initiative. Adam kills Dr. Engelman and injures Riley before escaping again. The other commandos enter and take Riley away. The next day, Buffy talks to Will about how Adam is out there and very dangerous. At the hospital, Riley lays in a bed holding a scarf Buffy gave him earlier. Even though Buffy cannot see him, he has a part of her to hold on to. Aww. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. After Giles complains about Xander's basement, Spike recalls himself staying there. Spike attempts to conceal his identity from Riley by imitating an American accent and describing himself as a friend of Xander's, as he had done in Doomed. The episode takes place the day after the events of the Iron Team, while the Polgara demon being captured 2 days prior. As Riley refers to the demon as captured last week, it may mean either that this was calculated through real airing time, and these events take place in the beginning of the week. Buffy complains about the lack of realism in the cartoon while they watch TV, like she'll complain again about an action movie in The Replacement. Giles' tattoo of the mark of Aegon, first revealed in the Dark Age, is visible on his arm while he is in his pajamas in Xander's basement. Molly talks with Buffy about almost dying at the hands of the Sisterhood of Jehai, which happened in the Zeppo. This episode marks the final appearance of Willie in the series, though Spar will be visited in future episodes, and Giles makes it clear that the character remains in Sunnydale. The white and orange shirt Anya wears to sleep is the same one Xander wore in Something Blue. As Anya and Giles argue with each other, Buffy has them stop reacting to scenes from her parents' marriage, as they would often fight before their bitter divorce. They would often fight before their divorce. Buffy and Anya discuss Xander's experience with the military due to his memories from the ritual Janice in the episode Halloween. The reason for Tara's sabotaging spell will not be made clear until family, where it will be revealed that she had long believed herself to be part demon. Tara suffered the spell by identifying her to the Scoobies as a demon. Buffy and Adam face each other for the first time, having their final fight in Primeval. Okay, that's weird. Huh. Hold on a minute. Let me try to... You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. Yeah, come on, get back here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I hate to have difficulties here, but I think everything's okay now. Alright, anyway. So, since there are no production notes, let's take a look at some pop culture references. When Buffy tells Xander about Professor Walsh's plan to kill her, she says it's raining monsters. Xander replies, "Hallelujah." This refers to the song It's Raining Men. After Adam escapes Initiative's base, he happens upon a small boy playing in the woods. This exchange is reminiscent of the dialogue of the novel Frankenstein between Frankenstein's monster and a child after he escapes the professor's laboratory. When Buffy will Anya watch TV, it's a Looney Tunes cartoon featuring the duo Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. And now finally, let's take a look at some goofs. Dr. Engelman slips in Maggie's blood and gets it on both of his hands. However, a shot of him lying on the floor, it's clear that the blood has not been stepped in and that his hands are not in it. When Buffy's trying to comfort Riley, wraps his hand with her headscarf. A few lines later, she is shown wearing it again, only to have it disappear in the very next shot to be seen back on Riley's hand later. Oh, interesting. So overall, I think this episode is pretty good, and yeah, I do like the fact that the relationship between Buffy and Riley is again starting to intensify a little bit. So yeah. So overall, I give Goodbye Iowa. I give it 4 vampire steaks out of 5. Well, anyway, tune in bed as we wait to look at the final episode of the day, This Year's Girl. So until then. Here endeth the lesson.